Hola, mi nombre es Adrián, nací en Cuba en el año 75, me fui de Cuba a México. México fui a un punto de entrada en la frontera, entonces pedí asilo, me dejaron entrar y entonces desde ese tiempo estoy viviendo aquí en los Estados Unidos.
Family-based immigration allows anyone to bring an immediate family member from another country if they are an American citizen, but it is a challenging process. For starters, you may only petition for certain family members under specific conditions. Applicants must fill out the form I-130 to petition for relatives. Family members are then considered over preference, with the priority the United States determines an applicant deserves being the driving factor as to when the visa will be administered.
So we have to start by the definition of family. So family in the immigration system consists of spouses and unmarried minor children. Okay, so if you are over 21, you are no longer a family member, even though in common sense terms you are for the rest of your life, but in immigration terms, once you're an adult.
After application, it takes on average 5 to 12 months for immediate family and several years for those in the preference categories, ranging from 13 months to over 20 years.
Cuando yo llegué, me quitaron mi nombre y me dieron un número, 318. Tuve que esperar 2 años y un mes. Pasaron 2 años y no vi a mis hijas. Ahora tengo una visa de tráfico de personas.
Mi nombre es Yania, nací en el año 1976, soy de Cuba. Hace 10 años vine a Estados Unidos a través del paro de reunificación familiar para cubanos. Al año de estar aquí apliqué para la ley para la residencia permanente a través de la ley de ajuste cubano.
For most families, it can become difficult to obtain a green card. Especially in recent COVID years, the unequal supply and demand for these green cards have left desperate people with little left but unsavory options. For people who came with a visa, their visa can end up expiring in a long wait for a green card, making them illegal in the United States. Many end up facing lack of employment. With an immigrant visa, you must apply for a work permit in order to receive Social Security number and the ability to work in the United States. Without a work permit, immigrants who failed to complete the process or that did not qualify for it are left to do under-the-table labor, where businesses will illegally employ immigrants, paying much less than they would have had to if they had hired a legal worker. Crimes like this can result in detainment or deportation, which are managed by the ICE enforcement and removal operations. ICE's family staging centers are where many families that cross the border illegally are held. Even though ICE attempts to keep families together with these centers, they have come into fire in recent years over separation of families. There are 2,127 children currently in detainment centers that have been separated from their families by President Trump's zero-tolerance policy. Of these children, only 7 have been reunited since President Biden took office. So, what can the U.S. do? In recent years, there has been an increasing uphill battle over the treatment of immigrants. One event in particular was the charging of Joe Arapio. Joe Arapio was a sheriff in charge of Maricopa County. He ran an outside detainment center in the desert that would reach heat of over 130 degrees at times. Many men died in his care, most of suicide. In 2011, he received an order that he could no longer detain people without papers, but continued to do so. In 2017, he was charged with criminal contempt. America is headed in the right direction and should take more aggressive steps in order to improve the treatment of immigrants and reunite those 2,000 children with their families.